Hey guys, it's Mike, and I'm here with you on this Friday to discuss the Jet victory over the Buffalo Bills as they showcase their talents on primetime television, Thursday Night Football, in a commanding 34-21 win. The score really doesn't tell the story in this one, as the Jets were up 34-7 with just 5 or 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter when their defense really started to back up, play soft, prevent coverage, keep the clock running, allow the Bills to make easy throws. And of course, the Bills recovered that onside kick and then got their touchdown to make it 34-21, which a little bit of a scare at MetLife, but it was a commanding win for the Jets as they really dominated Buffalo, who hadn't faced this large of a deficit all season. Buffalo had been playing really well. They'd beaten Oakland, they'd beaten Atlanta, and then they lose to the Jets. Who but the Jets, right? Jets' pass rush was phenomenal in this one, as advertised, but they have not been all season. They've been weak all season, but they're starting to show progression over the last couple of weeks. Last night, pass rush had 7 sacks. Now that's big time. That's what we expected. Mo Wilkerson had a sack. Leonard Williams was involved. And how about Jordan Jenkins, 2 sacks? That was big time as well. Then you had Darren Lee and Demario Davis, linebackers, of course, came up big for the Jets. And they have all season. Darren Lee off to a slow start in his career last season, in his rookie season. This year off to a little bit of a slow start as well, but he's starting to come along. He had 8 tackles last night. And then you have Demario Davis, who I guess you could say has had an influence on Darren Lee, because he's been a great veteran, Davis, that is. 8 tackles last night, picked up a fumble recovery. He's been great. Great trade for the Jets to get him back. Then, of course, Matt Forte, which was a big story in this game, coming off of his comments after the Atlanta game where he felt the Jets did not commit to the running game. Oh, they did in this one. They nearly piled on almost 200 rushing yards as a team. Forte with 2 touchdowns and over 70 yards. Powell over 70 rush yards. Then you had Elijah McGuire with, I think it was around 25, 30 rush yards. And they committed to the run game, and it really, it takes pressure off Josh McCown to not have to make the plays. And the Jets really controlled this one for the most part. As I said earlier, the score really doesn't dictate how this game really was. The Jets really dominated in this game in front of their home crowd. And then, of course, Josh McCown we have to talk about, who, as I said last week, was going to be on the hot seat the next couple of weeks, in my opinion. But they pick up this win. Now they're 4-5, still in the wild card hunt. The predicted, as experts said, they were going to be 0-16, 1-15. They have their 4th win now here in November, and they're still in the playoff hunt. And I'm sure there are fans out there who are upset, who wanted them to get the draft pick. But okay, we got to give this team some credit. Give Todd Bowles credit. They're playing hard, and you got to love it. They continue to give maximum effort, even in their losses, The last 3 losses was, to me, more of a lack of talent. And you can even blame the coaching and the play calling in the Miami game, where they really went prevent D and gave Miami a lot of easy plays, resulting in a 14-point blown lead. But last night was strictly effort. This team does not have that much talent. They have some big weapons, and some players on the rise. Let me talk about this action. Robbie Anderson. I'm starting to like him. I know he threw his helmet versus Miami on the field, all that talk, but he's been coming up big time lately, and he's becoming a legitimate deep ball threat. Homegrown player now in his 2nd season. He had 48 yards and a touchdown. With him and Quincy Enunwa next year, when Enunwa will hopefully return from his neck injury, that could be a legitimate young receiving core and something to work with here in New York. You got to be excited if you're a Jet fan for the future here. I know they're still going to need a quarterback in the future, but right now Josh McCown continues to manage games. Last night, no turnovers, which was big. Threw a touchdown, rushed for a touchdown. They got 4 wins with Josh McCown under center. They're 4-5, still in the wild card hunt. Now they get the Sunday off, obviously. They got 10 days off. Playing next Sunday at Tampa Bay versus the Buccaneers in what, to me, is a winnable game. A game I think earlier in the year I thought they'd lose, but hint, hint, I might have them winning this one. This team is just, I don't know what to say. 4-5, I know it's not great, but a team that was expected to go 0-16. Seriously, they're tanking, and these guys just continue to play hard. And they picked up their 4th win of the season, and what was an upset versus the Buffalo Bills. I'm telling you, everyone, other than I had the Jets winning this game, but it seems like everyone had Buffalo winning. But this, to me, was a trap game for the Bills as they were riding high. It was a tough one going into MetLife Stadium, and they did not look good at all. I was not impressed. And, of course, The Jets dodged a bullet with Kelvin Benjamin being inactive, the newly acquired receiver for the Bills. That was big. With the Jets' secondary really being depleted, missing Mo Claiborne, arguably their number one cornerback. But the Jets' pass rush really made it easier for the Jets' secondary to get a little more comfortable, and what led to a commanding Jet win. And you got to give them credit, and we'll see where they go next week. They got a chance to get back to 500, and they're still in the wild card hunt. And that's it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.